And it could have gone either way, but Barry Hawkins will be relieved that he's won it on the black. And after leading 3-0 and going behind, he's now 4-3 in front.
And indeed, Hawkins won the last of the session to take a 5-3 lead into their second session this evening. He was helped by a contribution of 65 earlier in this 8th frame. Now, Barry really enjoying his season's good form and indeed fortune. I told you about his title already at the shootout in Blackpool. And this run so far at the Crucible all helps to pay for his wedding to Tara in June. Still a lot of work to do before a guaranteed £24,000 for whoever gets through to the quarter-finalists. Well, here we are, having moved across from the Crucible into the beautiful but rather aptly named Winter Garden today because it's absolutely freezing. It's lovely sometimes being in here over the last few years when it's been sunny and summery. But I've been given special dispensation to wear my coat, and Ken, tough guy, has his lovely cardigan on, but what you don't know is there's 2 layers of thermals beneath it as well.
Yeah, at least.
It is cold, Ken, today, isn't it?
It's freezing, absolutely. I mean, last year here it was like a sauna, wasn't it, in this place?
Yeah.
And now it's such a change in weather, but it's going to be quite warm in the Crucible today. There's no doubt about that.
That's also appropriately named, isn't it?
Yes.
And in fact, Judd Trump has just tweeted and he's just said, no excuses for not watching today. This is staying in weather, and we couldn't agree with him more. A quick reaction to what we saw from that pretty high-quality session between Barry Hawkins and Matthew Stevens as well.
Yeah, obviously Matthew Stevens more experienced at the Crucible, but Barry Hawkins, he's like one of those silent assassins, isn't he? He floats around the table, goes about his business, and he's very, very steady. He's got a good all-round game, and he looks to be really enjoying it. It doesn't look like he's got any nerves whatsoever. He'd be buoyed by that fantastic win against Mark Selby in the first round, but he's one of those steady campaigners like throughout the season, and of course that win, as you said, in January up in the shootout would have given him a lot of confidence. So he's a dangerous player.
It was a fun event, and it is against the clock. They're only 10-minute matches, and it's real. It's a bit manic and mad, isn't it? But at the same time, winning a tie for your first one, it's a real breakthrough.
And I mean, he's not the quickest player in the world, but I mean, for a player of his to win the shootout was quite surprising. But that's the beauty of it. I mean, and good luck to him. You know, he played really well up there. Enjoyed it, and it's always great getting your first win under your belt, no matter what it is. It's just that you're a winner, and you're able to cope under the pressure, under the TV lights, big crowds, and that stands them in good stead, and particularly here at the Crucible as well.
OK, well, they'll come back this evening, as I say, but we're all set for the next instalment of our live matches this afternoon. 2 cracking matches. And let's remind you of the state of them both so far.
Judd Trump, Ali Carter, one of
Thank you, the first frame.
the matches of the second round. And that was hit absolutely superbly as he takes the first frame.
There's certainly nothing wrong with his long game this evening.
Judd Trump just can't get into it at the moment.
40.
Good shot. Good effort.
1.
But you're still 2-1 down. It's 2 apiece. Oh, what a pot that is. Ali Carter, beware. Judd Trump now leads 3 frames to 2. An excellent 72, 3-all. Risky, very risky. And he's won the frame, so he can't be behind after this session, but can he be 2 in front? Ali Carter goes out of this first session very pleased with a 2-frame advantage. He leads 5-3.
Well, it literally doesn't get any better than this. This has now developed into a chance to win this first frame. as Mark Williams takes the opening frame.
And that's what the fans have come to see.
Well, Ronnie in this mood is going to be a tough person to beat. He takes a 2-1 lead.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 56.
And this would be a steal of all steals. Well played, Mark Williams, to level somehow at 2-all. He's obviously left one on. Oh, that's a horrible kick. The good news is it's gone in. So Mark Williams takes the lead for the second time this match. This time it's 3-2.
In goes the double. Another double on the brown. Yes.
It's 3 apiece. That's another beautiful shot. O'Sullivan goes into the lead again at 4-3.
How costly will that fluke be? Is it there? Looks there. And Ronnie O'Sullivan will be absolutely delighted. He goes to a 5-3 lead.
And Ken was in a very good position to comment on both of those, obviously in commentary for that Ronnie Williams match. But also you watched a fair bit of the Trump-Carter match last night. What struck you as the most significant aspect of that one?
Well, Ali played particularly well. I think Judd Trump is not fully fit, 100% fit. And anyway, you know, he had the bout of food poisoning. I don't think he's right. I mean, a lot of balls that he would have been getting here last year, particularly long balls, he was missing a lot of them, a high percentage of them. And that's a very strong part of his game. I think he probably, if they're not going in, he's not feeling well, maybe should tighten up a little bit and refuse a few until he gets into the frame a bit. Because when he gets in around him, he's dangerous. But he's pushing the boat out on a lot of shots, and maybe he's just pull back the reins slightly because he's up against a tough opponent.
So does it look to you as if he's been physically weakened by this?
I think he has. I mean, I spoke to his manager Django, and he said even, you know, his arm, he feels a bit weak. He doesn't have the strength or the power for some of those, you know, shots that we, you know, we relate to him all the time. So if he's feeling like that, just, as I said, just take it easy, get yourself into the frame, and then score when you're in, but don't be pushing the boat out if you're not feeling 100%.
Okay, because he's up against a very, very capable tactical opponent in Ali Carter.
Yeah, and he's playing well. He's got a bit of confidence. You know, he's buzzing around the table, and certainly winning the first session 5-3 will certainly boost his confidence as well, you know.
Okay, we're looking forward to seeing what has been a very intriguing match between Williams and O'Sullivan, hasn't it? Because really, in years gone past, the two of them would have been bashing the balls and then getting over the next frame, but we've seen every frame hard fought this time.
Yeah, that's right, and amazing to see. Yeah, a lot of tactical play yesterday, which was good to see, but there was a few good breaks in there as well. But Williams, I felt, was hanging on to his coattails, onto Ronnie's coattails a little bit. He stole a couple of frames, and that's what Williams is brilliant at. And I feel a little bit, he probably feels a little bit unlucky himself because Ronnie did fluke that green in the last frame. It could have been 4-all, but Williams is getting chances. He just has to score a little bit heavier today. Okay, well, from one world champion, we've got a world champions convention. It's like an old boys reunion backstage with John.
Yeah, I've bumped into these couple of fellas who've potted the odd ball at the Crucible before, and these are going in the commentary box today, these two chaps. So Steve, you're on the Trump-Carter game. What have you made of it so far?
I think most experts have considered that 5-3 is a fair reflection on the first excellent session. Obviously that last frame could have gone either way, so everything to play for. And it's interesting when the players are coming into this World Championship, every year they come in with different levels of expectation and different form guides. Judd Trump last year was the underdog. Now everybody's expecting everything of him. That's down to him to try and resolve. Ali Carter's had a poor season. All of a sudden has found a little bit of form. Is the underdog, and sometimes that's quite a nice situation to be coming into. So a fascinating balance of the match.
And Dennis, you're on the Williams-O'Sullivan game, which I thought was an absolute cracker yesterday. Mark played really well, and Ronnie looked very focused.
I've never seen Ronnie look so focused. Against Peter Ebdon, he was okay, but yesterday, especially with that new hairstyle, he just looked so comfortable out there. And we've had everything only a century break. 95 by Ronnie, 60-odd by Mark. But Mark, if a few frames go scrappy. Mark's a pass master at winning those, but he will want to get in amongst the balls as well. I just can't wait for this session to start.
OK, well, you can adopt your normal positions in the commentary box, gentlemen, and we'll have Rob Walker to introduce the players.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What a dazzling array of talent we have waiting in the wings here this afternoon for the BetPlay.com World Snooker Championship. All 4 players about to emerge have either won the title or been to the final. This is going to be an absolutely cracking afternoon. Please welcome a player clearly delighted to be pain-free and enjoying the game again. He made a great start to this match last night. Winner of the Welsh Open and the Shanghai Masters in the past. A superb run to the final here in 2008. He's the captain. He's Ali Carter. And his opponent, snooker's new revelation. After a touch of food poisoning during his first round match, he's really had to dig deep already here at the Crucible. His style and confidence en route to the final last year won him an army of new fans. The reigning UK champion. Here he is with his own brand of naughty snooker, the ace in the pack, Judd Trump. And please welcome, on table number 2, the most naturally gifted player ever to grace the modern game. He first won this title 11 years ago. He secured his 23rd ranking event win earlier this season, proving he's absolutely still got the magic. Bidding for his 14th Crucible quarter-final, some great touches on the table yesterday. The 3-time champion of the world. Blink and you'll miss him, the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan. And his opponent, one of the finest sportsmen Wales has ever produced. Winner of an 18 ranking event titles in all. Victorious here in 2000 and 2003. He's arguably the most laid-back player on the circuit. Bidding for his 7th Crucible quarter-final, the Welsh potting machine, Mark Williams.